UAV online.
Proton cannon!
You gonna put work in or be a punk-ass bitch?
There's no right part in murder. Not ever. And we're not in this to make a name for ourselves.
Then what are you and Otacon fighting for?
A future. You can stop being part of a mistake. Starting now.
Yeah, prepare your speakers, it's the Warzone. Getting deadly every Friday. We just skull and crossbones. No other sites hype, nothing but pure clones. But unique is how we keep it, bringing that raw tones to get to know. We got the news for your 360, PC, Games Week, and PS3. We outside on the DS and PS Vita. Yes, we stay fresh in this industry. Now sit tight, cause we fight until the last stand. Don't fail to mute your mic, and you might just get a Batman, motherfucker. We deserve the encore. Get louder for the cause, like a rant from John Shaw. Of course, just applaud, cause we keep it true, gamers. Fuck the fanboys, you frauds are true haters. We spread the word quicker than the damn newspaper. You just hanging off the ledge, Lara and Tomb Raider. Wait a second, we ain't finished. We keep it going till the clock says 3 times 60 minutes. T. Davis is the chief, you better believe it. Are we bringing out the tech like Dirty Bird Phoenix? Who got the funk from your death with the anime? Ice with the jokes, keep you laughing through to Saturday. And even after at the end of the show, we just STF you and play. That's how it goes, it's the Warzone.
All right. So, on the show with us, we're going to have a Warzone tonight. Y'all ready for a Warzone? Let me hear you say ho. So check this out. We got LeveledHeadGamer. What's up, LeveledHeadGamer?
It's LeveledHead?
Yeah, LeveledHeadGamer.
LeveledHeadGamer.
Yes, sir.
Leveled head. So they tore your head up? They leveled it like a building?
No, I just didn't want to say level-headed. So I
you give head on the level?
Don't play with me like this.
Hey, don't you guys realize that when you eat a pussy, that's also giving head? Okay? It's not just sucking a dick. Come on. Expand your carnal knowledge. So, Leveled Head Gamer.
Yes, sir.
First of all, how'd you come up with that name?
Well, I jumped on the YouTube community about 4 months ago and listening to a lot of the different people that put up channels. I just thought I call myself Leveled Head because I just coming in with a leveled way of thinking, you know what I'm saying? Not being overly biased, overly dedicated to either, particular company, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo. So I just came in with a leveled head with level logic, you know what I'm saying? Balanced approaches, balanced points, stuff like that. So I just came up with Leveled Head.
I saw your video. It was pretty cool.
Oh, I enjoyed yours as well.
Video was dope, son. Real
yeah, a lot of the people on your channel were asking, what site had that video? Shut the fuck up and play.com.
Yeah, I'm
Come on over.
Kind of like try for his own cuss, but I was trying to give him plug y'all, man, because I enjoy what y'all do, and I'm just, showing a little gratitude for even being on here with you and HipHopGamer. I really appreciate the opportunity.
So you've already been a fan of Shut the Fuck Up and Play?
Yeah, I appreciate you too, big homie. We're going to have a good talk, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get...
No, this is my first time actually hip-hop. When he tweeted me back, that was my first time hearing about it.
So he told you about us. Okay, cool. Now, you and hip-hop, so you do videos on YouTube. Do you have your own website or anything?
No, I just got a YouTube channel.
What is it with everybody that just got a YouTube channel? Does anybody know how to put some HTML together and make a website? Because YouTube people are fucked up.
Well, I
ever read some of the comments on YouTube?
Yeah, they retarded.
Man. So I got a couple questions, and then we can get in. Are all your videos on that little setup with your Wii U?
I just started doing that actually a month ago.
Okay. That was pretty cool.
Well,
But so you rock all the game systems.
Yeah.
And what are some of your favorite games you play?
Well, as far as, I would say with Microsoft, I like Gears of War. I really follow their franchise, but it was mostly multi-plats on Microsoft. But with Sony, it's God of War, Uncharted, I wasn't big on Infamous, but then most of the rest would probably be Nintendo franchise.
Okay. Do you know I just got hip to the 3DS XL? You saw the video.
Yes, I did. I enjoyed it.
Do you know I get no better joy than coming home and pulling my 3DS out of my laptop bag and seeing that little green light? I get no better joy. It's like getting an achievement or a trophy. I come home, I pull it out, the green light's on. You know what that means? I've tagged somebody with Street Tag.
See,
It's fucking awesome.
My son got a 3DS, so I really haven't really fooled with it. I just bought it for him, so I don't know what all I can do myself.
Oh, dude. I got my Advance Wars. I started playing that. I'm really enjoying it. It's got so many, like, little things in it that even without games, it's still fun.
Yeah.
That game where you put your face in it and you can shoot your face, that's fucking hilarious.
The augment, like where they kind of check the background out in your face, you flying around the room and all that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, my son kind of did that. Like I said, I haven't really fooled with it. Like when I got it, I bought him for his Christmas, and that's the last time I really touched it.
So what are you looking forward to with this next generation?
Well, man, I'm kind of next generation is kind of bothering me, man. I see a trend that I'm not liking, and I believe that if it keep going down the path that it's going, it might not be here no more. That's my opinion.
You think we're gonna have another video game crash?
Well, yeah, I mean, cause to me, and this kind of where me and HipHopGamer was talking about, it seemed like the focus ain't on gaming, it's more on visuals. And, you know, me going out spending $60 on a game that I'm only spending 5 hours to beat it. To me, that ain't an experience. I don't enjoy that. So I miss them days. Like the other day I was just listening to Mega Man 2 music, and I just remembered all the thoughts of how that game made me feel back in the day, and I could play that game over and over and over again, and it never gets old. But the games I played today, it's like once I play and beat it, I have nothing to do with it no more. It's like there's no point of going back to it.
So you're an old school gamer.
Yeah, I'm back from that era.
What was your first system?
Nintendo NES.
Oh, so you're not that old.
I played. I'm 33. I played the Atari, but for the most part, my first system that I owned was an NES.
Now, how old are you though?
33.
Okay, you're up there. You're on.
Oh shit, we're the same age.
Tony's range right there.
Yeah, I'm 33 myself.
So, being as you are the special guest on tonight's show, you can plug your YouTube channel, and people are asking for it. So if you want, you could type it in their auditorium. Or just say it for the listeners that won't see the text.
Well, it's youtube.com/LeveledHeadGamer.
So Leveled Head, not Level Head.
Leveled
Head. Imagine if you had a head made of granite and you hit it with a fucking hammer and leveled it.
Yeah.
Leveled Head Gamer.
Yeah.
Is his channel.
That's right.
So one other thing I wanted to ask you. Do you do any gaming on PC at all?
No, I haven't got into PC yet, man. That's something I'm looking into.
And where are you based out of?
Missouri, actually.
Oh shit! What part of Missouri?
I'm about an hour and 50 minutes south of St. Louis.
Oh shit! Missouri's in the house.
Damn.
John Shaw's from Missouri. Jeezy's from Missouri. We got some Missouri up in here.
Some other people too. We'll talk about that later. You know what I'm talking about, Tor.
Yes. Okay, so you and Hip Hop got into a debate on Twitter?
Yo, wait, before you keep going, son, this shit is 8 gigs, son? Seriously?
Dude, Hip Hop, it'll be one of the best video game experiences you've ever witnessed.
Man, come on, man, don't sell me that.
Can everybody please jump in and back me up here?
I know, I heard it. I know the game is hot from what I heard. It's supposed to be extremely difficult. Fine.
No, not really. It's about as hard as God of War.
Tor, this is me you talking to, dog. Come on, man.
It's about as hard as God of War, dude.
Yeah, honestly, Tor. Honestly, hip hop, it is not that hard. Once you know what you're doing, and don't judge it by your first impressions. At least beat the first boss before you say it.
Yeah, I beat the first boss, motherfucker.
Yeah, at least get up to where Tor got up to.
Don't say it like that because you're acting like I stopped or something. Anyway,
you did stop.
No, I've been doing some secret stuff on it. You know, my PlayStation's been offline.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
been having a little bit of gaming interruptions.
Yeah.
Yes, and stuff.
Life.
Play hip hop. Just do the. I don't ask you for a lot, hip hop.
Me neither. Hi, brother.
I just want to see you play Demon Souls. I am now in Riku's shoes.
God damn you.
I can't help it. I do it every week. I am now in Riku's shoes, except I haven't beat the game yet, but I understand why Riku wanted to watch me play. I'm there. I want to watch you play hip hop. This is what gaming's about. It's community, man. And you're one of the dudes. You're one of those dudes.
We're going to be doing it on the PS4 next generation.
Yeah. Come on, dude.
Who said I'm going to?
It's a high demand.
Right now.
Dude, do you know how much you have, like, thousands of fans? Do you know how much they would love to see a Demon Souls video by you next week? Probably Sunday.
Actually, no, I don't. I know how bad they want to see my Bioshock video.
Forget all that. Just, look, take an hour of time, take a break from Bioshock for an hour, and play Demon Souls. Please. In fact, that's what you owe me for leaving me at the club. Okay?
Oh, we're still talking about that?
That'll be your payback.
Rose before home.
Yeah, you laugh now, motherfucker. While I'm sitting out here, out in the street, where is this motherfucker? It's 2 a.m. Train stopped running, buses stopped running. He'll show up.
Yo, it's not my fault. Your city sucks, man.
No, it's not my fault. You can't control your loins. Anyway,
well, I'm engaged now, so that shit don't matter.
I know, but you still owe me. So, Demon Souls for tomorrow, okay?
For tomorrow?
I mean, for Sunday. Before Game of Thrones, I want to see it. No. Just play it and record it, dude. Yeah. I'm gonna keep bugging you about it. And I'm gonna get everybody here on the show that listens and everybody that listens in the car that has a Twitter account to tweet at HipHopGamer. Please play Demon Souls for an hour this week. Okay?
All
right. So anyway, what happened with you and LeveledHead? You guys got into a debate?
Oh, yeah. Oh. Well, go ahead, man. You can go.
Now you go. Now you special guest, dog. You get the first joint. Yeah.
Well, what happened was I was watching some stuff, and I've been following HipHopGamer for a while since he first put his channel up on YouTube. I checked him out and kind of liked his passion. I liked how he was, balanced in what he done. He really showed that equalness on all sides. He looked at it from a well-rounded view. So I was feeling how he done his stuff. So with the situation with Ubisoft and Raymond Legend being delayed, I sent a tweet to him and said, man, how do you feel about, that as a journalist? And how should journalists deal with developers? He does the show Shots Fired. And I was like, man, why? I see you do it at other journalists. You go at other journalists. Why you never go at, developers? And that's kind of where it started at. And we just had some one-on-ones back and forth. And then I came at him again with another thing. And we went back and forth on that one. And then we led to here.
Yeah, so just to, all right, so let me chime in on that, right? So the reason why I said that I don't go at the developers with the shots fired, not that I can't, it's just that there's certain things about game development that I don't understand because I'm not a game developer. So the things there is things that I can go at them on from a gamer perspective, a consumer perspective, but from a game development perspective, I'm not a game developer. So I'll give you a great example. I could be like, PlayStation 3 is a more powerful system than Xbox 360, and I noticed because when I look at the exclusives, the quality in the exclusives is crazy. But then when I look at third-party titles and they run better on Xbox, that don't make no sense to me. Now I hear developers say that it's harder to develop for on PlayStation 3, which is obviously obvious. But because I'm not a game developer, I could come at game developers all day, say, oh, you biased, oh, you this, oh, you that. But then I'll be wrong because I don't know what it takes to make a PS3 game to really relate to what their struggle is with the system. You know what I'm saying? So even though there's certain companies like the Naughty Dogs and the Sony Santa Monicas of the world that can get the most out of the system, it's because that's the only system that they got to focus on. They don't got to worry about doing multi-plat, so they can put more of their knowledge and energy and talent, on the one system only status. So that's why, because everything you said, I thought about doing that too. when I started noticing like these 360 games. And I'm telling you right now, son, like the way I am, I got everything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, literally everything. As Torrance, as anybody, I got everything. So, but the way I used to do my games, I used to get all my games on PS3 and only got 360 exclusives like the Gears and the Halo and the Fable and the Forzas and stuff like that, right? But recently, because my TV is off the hook, so like when I got my new TVs and stuff, I've really noticed like a real noticeable difference in how 360 games ran and PS3 games ran from a multi-platform standpoint. I went out that first weekend after seeing Madden 13, I think, on the 360 as opposed to PS3 version. That weekend, I think I got 20 games for Xbox 360. That one weekend. Like all third party shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and Torrance will tell you, like you should see my collection now. I got close to probably 100 games on 360 right now. Before I used to have 8.
His 360 collection used to be like 4 inches. Now it's like 3 feet.
Like, word. Just because I'm a gamer, I want to play the best way, and that's it. I'm a number one type of dude. That's the way I treat myself and what I aspire to be. So, you know, I just try to do the best and have the best experiences and, you know, make the most of what I want to do. So, when it comes to shots fired at developers, because my profession isn't as strong in terms of the game development, because I don't do that, I feel like I'm always going to be some sort of handicap when I come at them. So I can't come at them with the shots fired. I would have to basically come at them with questions and learn to understand their problem and why they can't do certain things. So I have to address it differently. That's why you won't see a shots fired on it. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that. That one, I feel you on that.
Yeah.
And I can respect that. But this is my issue.
That's just me trying to be fair.
Yeah.
And I'm not in that field, you know, from a hands-on experience status. Hold on 1 second. My bad. Hold on 1 second.
He just went to beat somebody's ass.
So how long has this show been up? You know what I'm saying? Since I just found out about it.
Well, this is episode 194. We've been going on since 2008.
Get out right now.
So, approximately 5
Let's
years.
get real back there.
Get your ass in bed. Yeah, so about 5 years.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And the show is morphed from just me and HipHopGamer to a live audience to we've had shows that have gone 5 hours long.
I noticed. I seen that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So all right, back to business. So go ahead, Levelhead. Let's get it.
All right. So this is my thing. I agree with everything you said. I have no qualm with that. But this is where I throw a monkey wrench in it, though.
Okay.
All right. 2011 E3.
Right.
The unveiling of the Wii U.
Yep.
All right. You see all the developers standing on the stage. Oh, how we behind Nintendo and we love the technology. And EA, Ubisoft. You had who else? Namco. You had so many different developers up represented.
Yep.
Few game show. You know what I'm saying? Killer Freaks, which changed into Zombie U. And you had the other game, I think it was Ghost Recon, I think they showed, which is a PC game now. Darksiders, which was
a big
they showed a lot of stuff in a montage, I guess.
Mass Effect running on.
So this is my thing. All right. Going by what you just said, you really can't explain what developers have to go through, but yet and still they stood on a stage. They took up these people's time, spoke in support. And then when it's time to produce, they all start to back off for what? What was different about 2011 to the release?
I have an answer, but I'll save mine for after hip hop's done.
Okay, there's quite a few things that change. See, what you gotta understand is that business change every single day. Deals change every single day. So 1 minute you could be standing on stage about to do a deal, and next minute the deal is gone, done. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, there's a lot that we could speculate. There's a lot that we could think we know. But unless you in those business meetings with a lot of these people, you won't know the full. You know what I'm saying? Unless you sign NDAs with these people, there's certain things that you just would never know. So we can only speculate. So let's speculate real quick. Now, my thing is, there was a strong allegiance with the Wii U, right? Now, given that situation, especially business, timing is everything, especially when it comes to business. So when the Wii U was being revealed and stuff like that, there was no signs of, there was no Xbox 720 being shown or spoken about. There was no PlayStation 4s being shown or spoken about. So what it basically was at that particular time is that you have a system that's coming out that has more memory than the PS3 and the 360, and was rumored to have games that rumored to have the same games that they got with better gameplay, better graphics, and that right there was a big selling point. That's why a lot of people was interested. So with these companies, if they can take their game, you know what I'm saying, and put it on the Wii U, and they could make their games that much better because of the hardware that Wii U provides, then they're gonna side with them because it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But the problem with that situation in terms of then and now is everything that Wii U had going for them. That was a strength back in 2011 at that E3. You understand? There was all the attention was on Nintendo because they was the one showing off the new console. PS3 and 360 been out since 2005, 2006. So when you look at them, you're just waiting to see what other games they showing. When you look at the Wii U, you're looking to see the hardware, what it can do. There's more excitement around it. So when you have excitement, you get bigger and better response to business. And that's why a lot of people want to side with the product that's going to get the most attention. So in terms of Wii U situation in 2011, it was more of a popularity contest with a little bit more power with more power pack it in a punch versus PSP and 360. You know what I'm saying? And the developers were saying the same thing. So with all that hype surrounding it and stuff like that, the energy was there and it makes sense. That's my first thing. Now, going into this year and stuff like that, PlayStation 4 is revealed and you see what that could do. Wii U is nowhere near that. And the problem is that when Wii U was first shown back in 2011, it was labeled as a next generation system. Now, I could have easily told everybody, and a lot of people knew but didn't want to say it because they was building on the hype as well. And, you know, when you see a lot of these articles out there and people getting website hits, they got to play along with that popularity too. So the Wii U was never a next generation system. You know what I'm saying? It was a system that just came late to the game to compete against the PS3 and 360s of the world. So even though the gameplay is like a big 3DS on your home TV screen, it's still a great device. But in that retrospect, the moment PS4 was shown, everything that was going for the Wii U in terms of that popularity contest, in terms of that energy, in terms of business and all the other stuff, it just went out the window easily, instantly. You know what I'm saying? So when you're in a position of business, you know, especially a company like Microsoft, you know, they're gonna flock to what's hot. That's it. And Wii U at this point in time is not the hot commodity, and especially when the Wii U, in comparison to PS3 and 360, which the system was actually designed to go up against, these systems got 70 million consoles in their house. Wii U is nowhere near that. So in terms of the time and the effort that it would take for them to put a lot of games on that platform as well, you spreading your development teams too thin. So then you got to make a decision. Then you got to be smart about your ROI, which is your return on investment. Can your people
drop them terms, bro?
Huh? Oh yeah, yeah. You don't say the return on investment. So the thing is, how when you spreading your people too thin and stuff like that, is it going to benefit you in the long run? So in terms of a business decision, Wii U kind of put themselves out of the market because they came so late to compete against two consoles that's moving into their next generation. You know what I'm saying? So the relevancy and the significance of the Wii U between 2011 and to now, they kind of did that to themselves. That's one. And also, two, the Nintendo, if you notice, Sony PlayStation, ever since they came out in 94, it's always been PlayStation, PlayStation, PlayStation. With Xbox, it's always been Xbox, Xbox, Xbox. With Nintendo, it was changing. I'll give you an example. You had Nintendo 64. Then you had Nintendo GameCube. Then you got Nintendo Wii. So their brands continue to change because their brands continue to change who they're targeting. So with the Wii is targeted mainly as a kiddie console, like a toy, so to speak. That's the way it's marketed. And there was not a bad thing because...
Before you continue, can I jump in on that?
Yeah, you can.
All right.
I mean,
you say okay.
You understand where
My fellow Native Americans call HipHopGamer Emperor Longwind.
That's cool. I'm long-winded too. So.
Oh Jesus, here we go.
No, I'm not gonna do that. But I just wanna answer some or reply to some of what he said. All right. First, I wanna go back to where he was talking about. What you said that the PS3 and the the Xbox 360 install base was bigger than the Wii U's.
Yep.
Of course, you know what I'm saying. The Wii U been out for 4 months.
Right.
I would like to ask you this: for the first 4 months of the PS3 and the Xbox 360, what was their sales?
What was their sales? Well, I don't know off the top of my head, so I ain't gonna make up a number. You know?
All right, I know.
But all right. So what were they? If you know.
Xbox sold right at 2 million. The PS3 sold, I think, 2.4 in 4 months.
Okay.
The Wii U sold 3.06 in under a month and a half.
Okay.
So it did die out for January and February. March coming in.
Might I add, January and February are the worst months.
Right.
Always for console sales.
All right. So this is my problem. This is what I was trying to show HipHopGamer. All right.
Okay.
You say the Wii U is kiddie. Who forms the image of the Wii? Who formed that? Who formed that image? Was it Nintendo or was it journalists?
I didn't say the Wii U was kiddie. I said the Wii.
I mean the Wii. I'm sorry. You said the Wii was kiddie.
Yeah.
My question is, who formed that image?
Nintendo formed that image.
No, Nintendo didn't form that image.
It did. I can easily tell you why.
Okay, tell me why.
Okay, when Nintendo launched the Wii and stuff like that, the Wii was designed to make everything easy and casual and simple for everyone to get involved in, right? So the thing is, when you create something like that and it's so simple and easy to get involved in, it's not designed for the hardcore. So when I say a kiddie system, it's something that everyone could just jump into. But in terms of the target marketing and stuff like that, and Nintendo will tell you this themselves, when they're target marketing, they want to make sure that their parents is going out and buying these nice little games for all the young kids. That's why you see, like, not just all the dance games and stuff like that, but if you look at, prime example, if you look at Madden on the Wii, it's a lot more PG-13 as opposed to the way it looked on the PS3 and 360, which was more like raw, real hard-hitting football. So
yeah, the football players aren't wearing assless chaps.
So everything. So I give you an example. If you go to a movie, right, you got rated R movies and you got PG-13 movies. Now let's say you go to a movie, right, and let's say you're going to see Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, when that movie comes on regular TV for everyone to see, there's a lot of things that's edited. There's a lot of things that's bleeped out. There's a lot of things that's designed to make it more welcoming for everyone to see. Basically, what they're doing is making it suitable for kids that's, like people that's underage so they can see it. Why? Because if you show a movie like that in its raw form for the adults and the grown-ups to see, because it's really designed for them, when you see that blood and guts and stuff like that, that's what it's for. See, with the Wii, why do you think when you see, what's the name, when they tried to go, a lot of people was talking about the Wii really isn't hardcore and this and that, then they came out with Mad World, and the moment they came out with Mad World, a lot of people was confused. Why would we do something like that? Why would they come out with this type of game? Because the message that Nintendo was sending was that it's all about fun, family-friendly, happy-go-lucky gameplay. Now, the problem is, that's not what all Nintendo is about. But do you think Nintendo would use Call of Duty to market their system on Oprah or on Ellen, or are they going to use Mario Kart?
Yes,
in order to
and I'll tell you why.
Go ahead.
They would use that on Ellen or Oprah because during the times of the day that those shows run, the kids are at school and the adults, the stay-at-home moms and dads, are watching Oprah and Ellen or whatever.
Well, hold on.
Oprah, they wouldn't. They don't really support like the industry like that. So they, in terms of their audience, you know what I'm saying, they kind of side with the way the government, not all of them, but they kind of side with the way the government view games in terms of like, you shouldn't be having these type of games because they influence kids. So they wouldn't have that as a representation on their show because that make their image bad.
Okay. All right. First of all, I'm gonna get back to what you're saying with the kiddie image.
Okay.
I don't see I see Nintendo making their system easily approachable for anybody. So there was no limit to who could buy this system. Now, as far as power, compared to the PS3 and the Xbox 360, yes, the Wii was limited, but software.
It wasn't even HD.
Right, you're right. But software creates the tone of kiddie or adult. It don't matter what the graphics look like, because there was adult graphics on the PS2, the PS1. It was adult graphics on the GameCube with Resident Evil 4. So you can cut that. The problem is the journalists and the gaming community, and this has always been an issue since the 64, when Nintendo chose to stay with cartridge and PS1 came in with the CD, and they went with that route. They have always framed Nintendo as kiddie from that point on. The journalists have. Not Nintendo. The journalists do it. I mean, look at the Wii U. Look how fast the Wii U was typecast. Before you say that the Wii U had hype, no, it did not. You had some enthusiastic fans that followed Nintendo that was always going to be true and blue Nintendo fans. But as far as the gaming community, IGN, game trailers, GameStop, you name anyone. Kotaku, NeoGaf, Eurogamer.
Yeah.
If you go to any one of those sites, it's them who are painting and framing the picture of Kitty and Nintendo. It's the software can prove you wrong, because Metroid Prime, to me, is one of the most hardcore games, and it don't have blood or nothing, but it's more hardcore than Call of Duty.
Blood does not equal hardcore.
Right. So the argument is not how much blood and gore can I get in the game. The argument is who is framing, who is putting Nintendo in this bracket of always being limited and secluded to kids. Because I'm an adult. You look at the PAX video that Torrance put up. You saw a lot of adults there with 3DSs, so I didn't see no.
Blew my fucking mind.
So who is this? Who is framing this kiddie image? That's what I was trying to come at you about. Who is framing the image? It's not Nintendo. Of course, Mario is the face of gaming. Period. You can't even put another character up against Mario. So that's Nintendo's brand. But far as the hardware, you can put anything you want to put on the hardware.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna say this one thing, and then you tell me what you think. The face of Sony is mainly Kratos. The face of Microsoft is Master Chief. The face of Nintendo is Mario. What would you?
The face of gaming is Mario.
Wait. Which one would you choose to have your kids sit down and watch?
Which one would I have my kids sit down and watch?
Yeah, like just.
Me? Wait a minute. That's a flawed answer. That's a flawed question.
Right there. It's more kids on the fucking Xbox than it is on anything.
Listen, no, you're not understanding my point. I'm not talking about the kids that's playing. I'm not saying that. Kids is gonna play games anyway. I was playing Mortal Kombat when I was a kid. I didn't give a fuck. Like, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, you gotta look at the way something is marketed. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dominant force of Nintendo comes from Mario, Donkey Kong, Zelda, all those type of games. Like, more so of these fantasy games. The dominant marketing on Microsoft comes from Halo, Gears, you know what I'm saying? The dominant marketing from Sony, like The Last of Us, Kratos, Uncharted, you see what I'm talking about?
Well, let me ask you this. Then.
More driven. A lot of the games that's in the forefront of Microsoft and Sony is more grown-up, adult-driven.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm listening to you, but I can't agree with you. Listen.
Wait, can I throw something in there? Can I throw something in there real quick?
I'm talking about what's the forefront of it. You know what I'm saying?
Just wait. Just to back HipHopGamer on that part right there, the majority of Wii games are E or teen rated. The majority of PlayStation 3 or 360 games are teen or M rated.
I agree with that. That's not. I'm not gonna argue that.
But this is like you said. The M rate. That don't make. What the fuck is blood? That's blood. Okay, if it's blood, that's blood. So
right.
That don't make nothing hardcore or nothing.
This is my point. This is my point to HipHopGamer. All right. Would you say Mario, which you would label as a kiddie game? Would you say that Mario have a bigger adult fan following than Call of Duty?
Yep.
I definitely agree
Yeah,
with that.
say that because a lot of people that's adults now, like myself, was playing Mario since we was kids.
That don't matter. That don't matter. If Mario is limited to only a kid can enjoy this game.
I didn't say, no, I see, you took my words. I never said it was limited. All I said was that the games that's in the forefront of Nintendo's marketing are games that's more, like he said with the ratings, like, you know, E for everyone and, you know, like things that's for everyone. You know what I mean?
Right.
But let's put some into perspective. What them ratings mean? Nothing. Because if you go on Call of Duty, who else you play? A lot of fucking 12-year-olds. It's just basic. It's more kids play the M-rated games than they do anything. The ratings don't mean shit.
Don't know shit.
I'm not talking,
or they don't care.
I'm talking about the way systems are perceived. I'll give you an example. Let me ask you a question, Levelhead. If somebody asks you, Levelhead, I'm sorry. If somebody asks you, right, I want to get a video game system for my 7-year-old, right? What would you recommend? PlayStation 3, 360, or Nintendo Wii?
PlayStation 2.
Honestly?
Yeah.
I would say, I would probably name all three. It's depending on what all you looking for.
No.
Because like, come on, what the fuck you think connected? What you think connected?
I used to manage Blockbuster. This is legit. I used to manage Blockbuster. Go ahead.
Right now, John, it's me and Levelhead. This is our joint. All
right.
See you
Can I answer your question then?
All right, this is me and Levelhead. All right, Level, my dude. Go ahead, dog.
All right. I used to manage Blockbuster Video.
Okay.
Kids and parents used to
come. They didn't have porn. All right, go ahead.
But anyway, they used to come in, and parents would ask me, what system should they get their kid? I would tell them, at that time, it was the GameCube, the PS2, and I think the Xbox had just came out. I would say, if you want a lot of games, get a PS2. PS2 had Spyro the Dragon, it had Crash Bandicoot, it had a lot of kid games. But I said if you want a whole bunch of third-party support, PS2. If you want quality, I said GameCube. And that's what I always said. If you want a quality game, a good experience, get a GameCube. If you want quantity, get a PS2. That's all I told them.
Okay.
I can agree with that.
All right. I mean, in terms of quality, like, me, I felt PlayStation was that, but that's just a whole nother argument, like, situation. Like, my thing is this, like, when I say, you know, like a kiddie system and stuff like that, it doesn't mean adults don't play it. It's just like you got adult systems that kids use. So it goes both ways. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about when you look at the marketing. So I'll give you an example. If you look at the commercials that, like, the Wii put out, you know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about Wii U. I'm talking about Nintendo Wii. If you look at the majority of the commercials, the trailers, the way they promote their games, like, it's like you would never see, like, how come you don't see the Wii, you know, like in like hardcore tournament games, like you see a PS3 or a 360 going hardcore with Call of Duty and killing and all this cursing? It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you don't see Nintendo in those arenas. It's not that they can't be, but the way they're marketed and the way their image is, Nintendo is like the safe system. It's like, come on over here because it's fun, it's cool, we can dance and everything like that. It's the safe system. You're not going to see no game on Nintendo Wii like a God of War with ripping out blood and guts and meat falling from people's eyes and stuff. You know.
Wait. Let me just say something real quick about
that.
The system. The system is as safe as the games that you purchase for it. So
I'm talking about their I'm not talking about the system itself. I'm talking about the way Nintendo markets their system.
Okay.
Okay. But
like, I'll give you an example. Like to me, I feel that when Mad World came out, I thought that was a dope ass hardcore killer game for Nintendo. But you would never see, you know, them put millions of dollars behind marketing a game like that, to put that as the forefront of something to represent their platform, because their image is, it's like Justin Bieber trying to go gangbang. Like, you know what I'm saying? His image don't fit there. It doesn't mean he can't go do it.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. Wait a minute. See, this is where Nintendo is only marketing their franchises. They're not going to put their money behind Mad World because it's not their franchise. It's like Disney. Disney, most folks look at Disney, you would think Kitty. You would think Donald Duck. You think Mickey Mouse, all that. But look what all the stuff that Disney they over ESPN. They just bought Star Wars. They got
but you know what? When ESPN comes on, it doesn't say Disney presents ESPN, but when you see Princess and the Frog, it says Walt Disney's Princess and the Frog.
Right, because that's why? Because that's the image that Walt Disney wants you to have, but it's not limited to.
What do you want to see Tinkerbell before the fucking football game?
Wait a minute. What I'm saying is, it's not limited to that though.
Question. I'm not saying Nintendo is limited to what they're doing, but what I'm saying is their image, in terms of what they want to protect and what they want to promote, is more of like, hey, this is Mario Kart, like Kitty, everybody come play, family fun. That's what they want to promote. That's not a bad thing, but that's the forefront of their marketing strategy. And that marketing strategy is geared towards like mothers and fathers bonding with their kids, finding a way to do this and stuff like that. That's what it is. That's not a bad thing. But what I'm trying to tell you is with the Nintendo Wii, so I can move on to the next point I've been trying to make, is that with the Nintendo Wii, that brand worked for that system. That's great. But the Wii U, the way that brand is, it's like if they never changed the name, they kept the same name. And that's what I was trying to say. Nintendo 64 is different from Nintendo GameCube. It's a completely different brand name. So it kind of gives them a fresh slate to do something different. So people couldn't just label it for what it was. Nintendo Wii, what that system represented is not the same thing that Wii U represents. And the reason why I say that is because the Wii U, you know, they got Mass Effect on there that they showcasing, which is a real hardcore game. They got Ninja Gaiden Razor's Edge that came out first on the Wii U, where you getting heads cut off and stuff like that. You wouldn't see that type of promotion and that type of attraction on the regular Wii, but you see it on the Wii U because the Wii U is now high definition. It's now designed to be able to handle and compete against the systems that's more towards a hardcore following, like the PS3 and 360. That's why Razor came out on the Wii U like that. And it was ripping heads off and then finally got to the PS3 and 360. Wii U has a different image, but with the same brand name. And I think that's a problem for Nintendo. They can't shake that.
Wait, you guys, I thought, we have really gone far away from the original argument, which was third-party companies dropping support for the Wii U.
Yeah, well, I don't even think we got to that yet.
I can tell you why.
Well, go ahead.
You go.
Okay, from a developer standpoint, let's talk about middleware. Now, the way that the Sega or the Microsoft and Sony consoles are set up is so you can make games for both those consoles. And you have the middleware where you can make something on PS3, port it over to 360 and vice versa. Plus, they're kind of the same power-wise, okay? Also, it's next-gen technology. Some of the ideas, some of their visions that they want to do in gaming, that's for those consoles. To go and start doing stuff for Wii U, is not only is it a step back, but the sales aren't as strong, and I don't think the developers or the publishers think that the sales for the Wii U will be as strong. So they're betting on Sony and Microsoft to push forward into the next generation and get all their money from them. So they're backing off from the Wii U. I guarantee you, if the Wii U continues to sell like it does, they would be fools not to continue to put games on that system. But the way it is now is like, oh, well, the Wii U is just like the 360 and PS3. Why should we waste our time with this console? And again, this is what I'm saying is probably the developer and publisher standpoint. Let's go with the newer technology. Why do we need to make those games again when we're not going to get a return on those games? You know, so why don't we just continue making new experiences for these new consoles? We got new consoles coming out, and we have to be able to sell games on those new consoles in order to survive. Do we need the Wii U? That's a question. And plus, you also got to remember that these companies are still putting out Wii titles too, which still sell.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of factors involved.
So what do you talk about the people that still make games for the PS4 that are still going to make those same games for the PS3 and Xbox 360?
I think it's going to be problems for them.
Yeah.
Like Battlefield, like here's the choice. It's a catch-22. Here's the choice. Like, let's take EA. Here's the choice they got to make. You got 70 million Xboxes, 70 million PlayStation 3s, and there's no Xbox 720s and no PS4s. But we're making Battlefield 4 for all 4 systems, which is going to cost a lot of money, okay? And PC, by the way. So that's 5 systems. If they don't make it on PS3 and 360, that's a lot of money that they could be losing.
Yep.
So they have to make it on PS3 and 360 because that's money.
That's
if they don't put it out on the new systems, then they're not going to be able to show off their new technology. And they're not going to be able to capitalize on those first few months of next generation sales. When people go out and buy a console, here's the difference between like the rest of the fucking console lifetime and that first couple months when a console is released. When people go out and buy the console, they have to buy a game to play on it.
Yep.
It's not like the past where your console came with a game and you could just buy it and take it home. People want something to play. So if they don't make Battlefield 4 for the next-gen consoles, then they could be missing out on sales. So it's a catch-22. They have to make it for all those systems because that's money. If they don't make it on all those systems, then they'll lose money. Okay? I don't see the point in canceling Wii U games at all. You know, I kind of understand where they're thinking, but I just don't see the point. Make the games. Utilize the system. Play to the strengths of the system. You know? Like, when they released all those games that were already on 360 and PS3, I'm like, no, that's not the way to launch your console. Launch your console with something that's totally unique to that fucking controller and the way that system works, because that's how you're going to get people to buy it.
But look what happened when they did that. I mean, HipHopGamer did a video on Zombie U. And this was kind of going back to my first. This is the journalists. It's the people, like especially over here Western. They killed that game, and most of the people that talked about the game had never played it.
Yeah, and that pissed me off too because the game was hot to me.
Right, and the controls was immersive. I mean, I own the game. I own just about every game that you just named. I own Ninja Gaiden, Razor's Edge. I own Zombie U, Ninja Gaiden. Or Gaiden, Razor's Edge. I own all of them. Now, to me...
Ninja what?
Gaiden.
No,
Gaiden.
Okay.
Anyway, going back to what Torrance said, why they're not producing for the Wii U. I made a statement in the video that I sent you guys where I said, I know more about the PS4 hardware than I do about the Wii U, and I own the Wii U. And the GPU or the GPU within the Wii U, nobody knows the capability of it. They don't even know. It's so unique. It's so custom. They don't even know that. Now, the dev kits that the PS4 and all the stuff that we saw at the PS4 release, the dev kits that they was playing it on was running off of 2 gigs, right?
Right.
All right. The Wii U is 2 gigs. So what's stopping them from putting a Killzone level quality game on the Wii U if it was running off of 2 gigs?
Nothing.
Nothing. So
nothing is stopping.
So it's not a power problem. It's a perception problem, especially here in Western America, and Western and the Western-minded consumers and the journalists who paint that picture.
Oh wait, hold on. Like, let me correct me if I'm wrong, but it's not just gigs and only gigs that's going to give you everything you need in the system. It's the whole architecture, the way it's designed, the CPU, GPU, the way they work together, how many cores it has. Jimmy, it's a lot of things that go
right.
It's not just gigs, because I think if you want to look at it like that, you would take a PS3 and a 360 right now, and if it didn't have 512 and had 2 gigs, you get a lot of games that's, better looking, better textures, whatever, but you still ain't getting no Deep Down and Killzone Shadowfall and Drive Club Infamous or those type of graphics and shit. You're not getting those systems, even if you had 2 gigs in them.
What I'm saying is,
wait a minute. Don't know that.
Wait a minute. All right. The old system was based off of the CPU, right? And the CPUs was overclocked. Where the new system, the PS4, and the rumor with the Xbox Durango or 720 is the CPU is going to be running at like 1.6, something like that, which the Wii U is running at 1.2, the CPU. So most of the work is being done on the GPU or the APU, however you want to call it, because that's the new change within the design or the way they're doing it. So if
okay, wait, we are over an hour, so I got to save the show, and then I got a couple of people that want to jump in and make some comments. Okay, so hold on one second.
For this demo, man.
All right, here we go. So first up, well, say what you got to say, and then I'm going to let some people talk.
Just real quick. It's like if Wii U was as powerful as this PlayStation 4, like how you saying it, or even the next Xbox, shit, we would have seen games that look like that already. By now, the game is out. The system is out. Like, NBA 2K13 should be like 8 billion leaps ahead. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 should be billions of leaps ahead of the 360 and PS3 versions if that was the case. It's not the case at all. It's just a little bit better than PS3 and 360 in terms of power. That's it. It's in the realm of that generation. It's not designed for next gen.
I never said the Wii U was on par with the PS4. What I said was the dev kits that was used at the releasing is not what they're saying the final product is going to be. They said it's going to have 8 gigs. What I was saying was if the stuff we seen was only running off of 2 gigs and the Wii U has that, then it should be capable of doing it if the developers take the time to utilize the hardware.
So let me wait. Hold on. Let me cut you both off, okay? Because it's not just about straight numbers. There's a lot of other things involved. Engines, the way the systems handle memory, how fast it can draw out the video buffer, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's not just about 2 gigs versus 512. It's not just about this many flops versus that many flops. There's so many other things involved when it comes to getting a game up and running on a console. You can't just look at the numbers and say, well, that should be able to do that because look at these numbers. No, it's not like that. However, I want to bring some people in. So Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero.
Fight!
Yeah. Sub-Zero. I like that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro. Same Verizon.
All right. Hey, what I want to say about it was, to me, what runs the industry actually is more so word of mouth. I think places like N4G is one of the reasons why the Wii U is going through what it's going through now. I'll give you an example.
Are you playing the game, Sub-Zero?
I agree.
Yeah, I'm playing Uncharted 3.
Can you please pause that shit?
Okay.
I agree with you already, homie.
All right. Now think about this. Most people at my job, I'm a federal employee. I work for the Army Reserve.
Shh, don't tell them. Give me some money. Okay, go ahead.
Nah, I ain't got nothing. They don't know nothing about what's out or what's new. So when they see Wii U in the store, they think that's a controller for their Wii. And I be like, no, you can't buy that for that because you won't be able to use it. And they don't understand that because the message they're conveying is too convoluted. But you get all these younger people on N4G and they take what they read for gossip. So, the top sections for N4G is going to be the Wii U sucks and it's as powerful as the old iPhone 3. So what they do is they go back and they run that information back to other people. So when they taking that in, so everybody going around saying, man, the Wii U suck and it's terrible.
But it doesn't suck.
That's not the case. But it doesn't suck, and it's not terrible. No, I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that's what they're gonna think. That's the exact same thing that happened to the PS3 when it came out. Yep. I bought my PS3 for $600 when I was overseas.
Me too.
That was the happiest thing I ever bought for that much money.
Your PS3 was happy?
I was
like
excited.
Like a pet in the store. Was happy you bought it.
It came in that suit box. It came in that motherfucking suitcase. I was walking down that desert, and it was the happiest feeling I ever had.
Somebody draw a picture of that, please.
But if you was to look on the internet and what the media was saying when it was on CNN and everything,
yeah, I remember.
Sony bragged their ass into a hole. What you buying that for? What's the reason for getting this? So, and when the media picked up on the Wii, they was like, well, you can get this working out. I think the Wii started people to losing weight over the world. I think that's the reason why Mississippi ain't the fattest state no more, because of the goddamn Wii. Because you think about it, when that Wii got hot and it was on TV and everybody, especially, white people, was talking about, oh, it can watch and it can count your calories as you fling your fucking wrist. I don't want to do that when I play games, but that was the national news, so what it do? It picked up. Now, if you go think about it, except for people like Tor, who play y'all Wii all the time.
Hey, don't say just because I'm still big, it didn't work for me.
No. I ain't talking about you being fat. I ain't talking about you being fat, but what I'm saying is that most people, they got a Wii now.
Fat?
I'll send you a picture.
That's not what I'm talking about.
You a big guy.
Zero. Torrance is a fat dude, son. Straight up, son.
I seen this
can't
video.
play basketball.
I watched Daily. I've seen him before. All right, let me get back to this. Now, most of the people who got a Wii now, most of the people in my job, they don't even know where it's at. They don't know where the controller's at.
Hip-hop's
so
a known.
nobody uses it anymore. And the reason being because it's not on TV like that, being sold as, hey, it's one of the hottest things you can get. So to me, media and the TV pushes what's cool and what's not.
Okay.
And whatever's considered cool, that's what people
We
gonna
got
buy.
you. We got you.
Yeah, I got you.
Sub-Zero. Okay, next.
Now, look, wait. Before you go to the next one, I just want to bring something to my man Levelhead's attention. Now, the RAM and the Wii U, right, is 2 gigs total, right? But the thing is, the bandwidth is only 12.8 gigs in terms of bandwidth, whereas PS4 is 176 gigabytes per second in bandwidth. That's a huge difference. And then in terms of the CPU, it's clocked at 1.24 gigahertz, whereas PlayStation 4 is doing 1.8, close to 2 teraflops.
Just letting everybody know that Jagon is here in spirit tonight.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jagon. So the point I'm trying to say is it's a huge difference. Like, this system is more in line with what we had since 2005 and 2006. And developers feel like, dang, it's like, you know, we like the system, but in terms of a business decision, it may not be smart to waste our time on it because of the time and constraints in the body of work you got with people, and plus these new systems is coming out. These developers got to help make the next system successful so they can have another platform, another generational platform to put the rest of their games on so they can continue to make money there.
Okay.
So that's another thing I wanted to bring up to you. That's all.
Oog?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Why do people keep saying, can you hear? Look at the blue light.
Oh, okay. I have a different screen up right now.
Okay.
What's a teraflop?
I'm not even going
That's when
there.
Terra fell.
man.
Teraflop.
It's something a Wii U can't do. Anyways,
That's too bad.
what I wanted to mention, I'll cover a couple quick aspects and try to make it fast. So, like, Levelhead was mentioning about Nintendo, the Wii itself, and him and Hip Hop were arguing about the actual, like, the marketing of the system and stuff. For the most part, Hip Hop is right about how they market themselves. Of course, they're not going to market other people's games as much as their own, but they're also
Microsoft
not making.
does that, by the way.
Yeah, but they're not making. They're also not making games that are meant for only mature, as far as game ratings. They're more geared towards everybody. It always has been. It changes a bit with each system. Each system's always a different system, like Hip Hop was saying. It's kind of like a whole nother brand. So now they're going back to more of like an adult side as well. They're kind of focusing a bit more, where they didn't really do it with the Wii. They did it with a little bit with N64. They did it a little bit with GameCube. As far as the thing that Torrance said, where it's like taking a step back, that's true. They're coming a little bit late to the game right now. They're not that much powerful than the systems that are already out. Their operating system takes a big footprint of that 2 gigabytes of RAM. I think they were saying it's almost a gig.
Yeah, it is.
That's a huge.
Yeah, it's a gig. It's a gig.
Yeah, so that's a huge footprint. So basically, you're saying there's only another gig that's effective, which is a big problem. Especially like we're comparing the PS4 dev kit gameplay. The Wii U is only a triple core system, where something like the PS4 and the rumored Xbox are supposed to be 8 cores. That's a huge difference. That's especially when they're clocked at higher speeds and you have a lot faster, a lot more cores to deal with. That's a lot of stuff you can do. And then the fact that the footprint for the OS is going to be smaller because they'll have a lot more RAM to deal with. It's a big jump compared to what the Wii can handle. And the Wii U's GPU is only a 550 megahertz GPU. It's not a very fast GPU. It's actually really low end. You're talking something you would have bought years ago. So for the most part for that, it's more powerful than what the systems are right now, but it's not a significant jump for what it should be, considering that those systems came out 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
It might add Nintendo's never been cutting edge, except for the GameCube.
And my argument wasn't. Let me get something straight. I'm not arguing the power of the Wii U versus PS4 360.
No,
720.
I know.
What I'm saying is, if the developers would take the time, just like they were saying with the PS3, they couldn't do it and it was crap. And then it comes out when PS3 actual first party games come out and show how much more powerful it was over the Xbox. I'm thinking if the developers actually take the time and make a game on the Wii U, utilizing the hardware properly, no, we might not see PS4 level graphics, but we will see a jump. We see a better looking game than what we see today. That's all. Would
you agree that Nintendo should be the ones to lead that?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
No.
Yes,
Nintendo,
I would
know
say
damn well there's only a couple ways you can draw Mario and fucking and Kirby. They're not the ones. If Nintendo's gonna lead it, they got to do it with Zelda. And if they ain't gonna do it with Zelda, they don't have anything in their library.
Metroid,
maybe Metroid, yeah.
Metroid.
I think it's gonna be Metroid Prime because I think Retro Studios got something up their sleeve that nobody ain't looking out for. But what my point is, like I'm saying, I'm not arguing power. I was just saying, to me, the journalists kind of framed the picture or the framework for the totality of Nintendo itself.
Their websites.
No, I don't. I mean, I'm just saying that's who does it. And
Steven
it's like
Totil.
Huh?
No, go on. I do that. I mean, I got Tourette's. Go ahead.
But that's what I was just trying to say with HipHopGamer being a voice, being a person out there that can sit across from EA, can sit across from Ubisoft, can sit across from all these folks. You know, you speaking for voiceless people. You know, I was like, man, it'd be nice to hear you, you know what I'm saying, hold some of these developers accountable to some of the things they do as well. I mean, I don't understand why Ubisoft will pull a game that they're finished with to put it on the PS3 and the Xbox 360. And it's pretty much.
You don't understand that?
I understand it from a business point, but let's look at it. Do you really think that game is going to sell now when Grand Theft Auto 5 is coming out and the PS4 and the Xbox is looming on the horizon?
Yes.
Do you really think that game is going to sell?
To back him up there, why would you hold a game back that's finished? If you want to make it for the PS3 and 360, go ahead and make that, but release the game that's already finished. It made no sense to hold that back.
I agree. I don't think they should have held it back.
I agree. They shouldn't have held it. I don't think they should have held it back as well. I don't think so. But the thing is, that goes to show that, like, whatever reason they did it, it was probably like a reason dealing with maybe legality. In terms of maybe Sony or Microsoft was like, yo, I don't know, but I'm just saying.
How about it was just dollars and cents? How about that?
It didn't make sense to me. It's like, release the game, make your money here, then make your money later. Or it could have been, once this game is out and all the promotion is here, then we got to do the same promotion and everything when it comes out again for these next systems. Why not just put it out all together and get the one-shot deal budget done for the marketing and the support of the game?
Yeah, I can see that there. I can see that point right there.
Shocking.
Shocking.
It all comes down to money, people.
I'm not looking to get the game no more because,
why?
Like you said, GTA's there.
So a game you want to play, you won't play and buy because another game's out?
Because if I have the choice between two games that I want to buy, I want to play GTA more than I want to play that game.
Budget-wise, like if you had an unlimited budget, who gives a fuck? Just buy the game. But if you know it's like, okay, I got enough that month for 2 games, what am I going to get?
Okay, but you can't play it sometime down the road?
Yeah, you could. There's the $19 bargain bin that I keep telling people about.
Yep.
That's a great thing.
Yeah, I can, but I buy it used, and then but then they, like y'all say, I'm not supporting the developers.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying get it new for $19. That's all. All right. Who else we got here? Shut the fuck up.
Yo, Torrance.
Huh?
Can I finish one quick comment? For,
go ahead.
For hip hop.
Yep.
Just for backing up hip hop too. Hip hop made the best point, and Ice was just saying it too. The business sense, the return on investment. It doesn't, as of right now, it doesn't make a lot of sense where you know that 2 new consoles are supposedly coming out by the end of this year, to spend all your money focusing on developing for a much weaker system when you have 2 powerhouses that are possibly coming out in a couple months. When you have 2 powerhouses that both sold around 75 million this generation each, you have a bigger base that you're probably going to get a chance to work with within a year or 2. And it should be bigger than the Wii U possibly, especially based on the way the Wii U is selling now. It could change. But as far as we just talked about Square having issues with a game selling 4.5 million copies. I know for a fact the Wii U only sold about 200,000 copies of Call of Duty. That's not performance. That's not making you money. That's a big loss. That's a big loss in your investments for a company. So you're getting a lot more now where the businesses are going to have to make decisions, and for a lot of them, until the Wii U proves itself and gets enough of an install base that they know they can sell something on it, it's hard to make an investment when you have 150 million other people you could sell a game to now instead of the 3 million that's available on a Wii U, which chances are you only capture about 25% if you're lucky.
But you're talking like the Wii U's been out for a year or something. It's only 4 months.
That's the problem.
No, they came late. They came so late. That's the thing. They came out in 2012, and the systems that they rival that is only a little bit better than came out in 2005 and 2006. It's like you so late to the game. Why even come out?
Let me just say one point, because y'all keep talking about better and graphics and RAM. Most consumers do not give a fuck about that shit. They just want the game.
Not true. Not true.
No, that is
not
true.
Can I ask
look at
Torrance a
WeCart or
question?
whatever the fuck the game is called. 33 million.
Can I ask Torrance a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Do you think Unreal Engine 3 and the Samaritan demo looks any different than the Unreal 4 demo they just showed with the Infiltrator? I think that's what it was called.
Did you say American demo?
Unreal Engine 3.
No, he meant the Samaritan demo.
The Samaritan demo.
Okay, what about it now?
Do you think it looks any different from the new demo they showed with Unreal Engine 4?
I don't even remember the Samaritan demo.
It's the dude that turns into like a fucking steel thing. He throws a cigarette or a cigar on top of the
Maybe I don't really care about that shit. Look, I'm just trying to tell you guys. Let me just take it back just a little bit, okay? During the PS2, Dreamcast generation, GameCube, Xbox, the internet wasn't as big. People did not sit there and worry about what engines these games were running, what graphics cards they had. They did not give a flying fuck.
8-bit, 16-bit.
People went out and bought GTA in droves, okay? Because it was a good game, okay? Maybe the graphics were good for its time, but you didn't see people counting fucking pixels and teraflops and all that shit. But now that you have the internet and all these websites and people like Jagon, that's a concern for gamers all of a sudden, is teraflops and those numbers, when it shouldn't be a concern at all.
And that's my point. That was the point I'm trying to make. I'm not into all the graphics and all that. That doesn't make me go out and buy a game. Also, I'm a realist, and I can look at the new stuff that they're showing, and I don't see a great difference from what they was claiming, and they never reached and realized with Unreal Engine 3.
But do you have to see that difference, or do you have to see it right away?
My point is, I don't have to. Me personally, no, I don't. What I'm saying is, that's what everybody talks about. That's what HipHopGamer keep talking about.
Okay,
because HipHopGamer is a graphics whore.
Wait, LeveledHead. Yeah, I am a graphics whore, but let me ask you a question, LeveledHead. Like, I mean, I'm tired of people saying shit like they know it, like they act like they don't know what it is. LeveledHead, let me ask you a question. What kind of TV you got?
I got a 1080p.
Oh, dude, that's
40 ready.
What? You have what kind of TV you got?
1080p Mitsubishi 3D ready, 65 inch.
65 inch, right? So a high definition, basically, right?
Yeah, 1080p.
Okay, why do you have that TV?
For my movie.
Thank you.
And anything I view on it.
Oh, so you play your games on it?
Yeah.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. You bought that TV because it was better than the last one you had, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what makes it so much better? I'm not sure what kind of TV you had before, but my thing is high definition, quality, the way it looked. You bought a 65-inch television so you can look at shit in a better way, correct?
True.
Okay, so I don't care who a person is. Don't sit up here and say that I only talk about no graphics, I ain't talk about this, because when people look at shit, they have to be attracted to it before they even touch it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a chick walking down the street. No disrespect to this girl I'm about to mention, but if you walk down the street and you see Precious, you ain't gonna try to get to know her personality or which would be her gameplay, so to speak, if you want to use an analogy. You're not trying to get to know nothing. You gonna look at her and be like, I don't know about this. Let me keep on walking.
What if she knows some good restaurants in town?
On. You won't know. You're an asshole. So, but my thing is, if you see you know, Kim Kardashian, Jada Pinkett, Beyonce walking down the block. You like, damn, yo, shorty got, like, you know what I'm saying? It's the attraction. So all these HD TVs
But
that's
those
being
women
sold,
get your dick hard, not the fucking TV.
Listen, you're not listening. No, listen. Shut up, Torrance. I'm coming to a point. Level head. The point I'm trying to make is that when you look at games back in the day from Sega Master System, TurboGrafx 16, and all this other stuff. Look at Ninja Gaiden and how it looked on Nintendo. We had fun with it, we loved it, and all this other stuff, right? But you will never get that experience back in the day like you get now with Razor's Edge unless the graphics and all this other stuff is bumped up. So nobody could say graphics don't matter or I ain't buying the game just for that, because that's the visuals first. That's the attraction. That's what brings you in to see what else is there for you to enjoy. So the graphics is horrible and the shit look bad, most likely you're not gonna play it. And if
Tell
you
that to the 10 million
it,
people that bought Minecraft.
Yeah, I was just about to say Minecraft, because that shit look like dog shit.
Tell that to the 10 motherfucking million people that bought that game.
Okay, even with Minecraft is one of those games it's a uniquely designed game. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And people didn't buy Minecraft
for the graphics.
No, you're not listening to what I'm about to say. You know what I'm saying? People did not go out and stand on line for PlayStation 3 and 360 to buy Minecraft. That was one of those games that just happened to come out that was very addictive. And I've played games that don't look all that great graphically, but it's addictive and it's fun to play. But you're not going to spend a night outside. Like, if you go to E3 and they showed off Minecraft at E3 as if this is supposed to be the future of gaming and your HD experience. You go look at Minecraft like, okay, this is a nice, unique game, but I'm not spending no HD TV. Well, this ain't next generation to me.
Hip Hop,
like, you know
I got news for you.
What's up?
Millions and millions of people stood in line to get Mario Kart, and it looked just like the Nintendo 64 version.
Mario Kart is a high game. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is this: if you look at what's the name, the PlayStation 3 and the 360, when those first came out and stuff like that, they wasn't just online games. People were saving up to buy TVs just so they could be able to play these games in the proper way that they was meant to be seen. You know what I'm saying? When the electronic market can grow based off video game systems coming out, that's when you know it was significant and valid. You know what I'm saying? That this movement was necessary and people brought into it.
I don't think
you know what I'm saying?
TV market grew because of games, though.
No, it sure didn't.
It grew because of fucking high-definition television, broadcast TV, sports.
Games helped push that, Torrance.
First of all,
they helped, but I don't think they were significant.
Helped push that. So what the fuck you talking about?
Super Bowl, motherfuckers. It's Super Bowl, and that's it.
Sports, Discovery, and Blu-ray.
Hold up, Levelhead. I'm gonna talk to you right now. When you look in all the circulars and ads, what do you see? A 40-inch TV package with a PlayStation and all this other stuff. Games and those TV sales are synonymous. Wanna know why? Because when you go to these when you go to a lot of these stores and they got stuff running, you see games and you see movies running. You know what I'm saying? That right there is what pushes games and movies. And PlayStation has the best of both worlds because they're the ones that got the Blu-ray that everybody's pushing anyway. So you see the Blu-ray and the games all in one system, and they use that to sell the TV.
Right. I'm not going to argue that. That's true. But what I'm saying is,
come on, man.
I don't buy the game strictly to look at it. If I wanted to look at something, I watch Avengers. You know what I'm saying? But
no, that's not the only reason you're buying it. I'm not saying that. I know that's not the only reason you're buying it.
See, why are we talking about TVs now?
I'm not. I'm just saying.
I made a point. 33 million copies of Mario Kart Wii sold. It wasn't the hottest looking game. It looks like the Nintendo 64 game.
Why did you change it to consumers from developers, though?
We've been all over the fucking
place.
Guys,
I think this is what I think. Developers and publishers see Nintendo systems as ways to sell Nintendo games.
There you go. There you go.
And be fair, the Nintendo Wii has a 1-year window before a system that's like 8 to 10 times more powerful comes out. 1 year.
And you know how long it takes developers to put out a game?
A long time.
On average, what? 1.5 to 2 years?
Yep.
GTA is what, 5 years maybe?
Yep.
4 or 5?
Yep. You know, Nintendo games, they take forever. They're like done with most of their shit. They're just waiting for the right release period. And it works for them.
Can we name the what was the best third-party game not Nintendo published for the Wii?
Not a clue.
But hold on. No, okay, so stay in that mindset.
That's a fucked up question.
Stay in that mindset. Name the fucking 360 and the PlayStation 3.
Call of Duty.
That's the difference.
Oh, that's good, Ice. Yep. You're right. Fuck. If you really want to break it down, Call of Duty outsold every exclusive on PlayStation 3 and 360.
Yep.
360, yep. Damn,
but not
crazy.
the Wii.
Not the Wii.
Nope, not the Wii.
That's right. There you go. All right.
That's a great point, Ice. I want your autograph.
I still don't know what this debate is about. I never
I'll
saw
go.
this debate on Twitter, so
I'll find the answer for the Wii thing while you're doing this.
Probably Monster Hunter, to be honest.
Anyway, whatever. I really wish you guys wouldn't. I really wish you guys wouldn't put hardware into your arguments, because the majority of consumers buying these fucking systems do not care about the fucking bits and bolts underneath the plastic. They just don't. When a new Mario game comes out, I want the new Mario game. I don't give a fuck what it's on. Give me a new Mario game.
Yeah, I don't care. It's not about. I wasn't making an argument about the hardware. That's where hip hop took it. I was just going where he was going. My whole point is, I feel that the developers and the journalists play a strong role in painting the image of particular companies, and just as much as the company itself. I feel that developers and journalists have painted the image of Nintendo as being a kiddie system.
I got something for you.
Go ahead.
Now, my thing is, the only way a journalist or the media, the only way they can, support that argument in terms of painting the picture like how you said, unless if there was some truth to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you look at a company.
Bullshit,
like,
you motherfuckers lie all the time.
Listen. No, John, you're right. People lie all the time. But the thing is, it's like, you got lies, and then you got, like blatant common sense, like, fucked up shit. So I'll give you an example. Like, if you look at Sony, right? And let's say, somebody came out with an article saying Sony don't have no exclusives, they don't do this, they don't do that. Let's say they came out with an article like that. Because of how strong Sony markets and pushes and represents their own brand when it comes to exclusives, because Sony take that lead charge, anybody that put an article out like that, they're not going to be able to sway anybody, because everybody already know what Sony do, because Sony consistently put that energy out there, so it defers any article that come out that would say otherwise. You know what I'm saying? But if you say something like that, if you say something like Wii, let's say somebody say the Wii don't do no fan service, they don't do this, they don't do that, or they continue working with third parties or whatever. That's not true at all, because Nintendo is the strongest platform for fan service. That's why Mario's been around since I've been born. Like, you know what I'm saying? In different iterations of it. So you can't sway something if the actual company that's trying to be swayed didn't put themselves in a position to make that appear believable in terms of perception. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said that these companies, along with the journalists and twisting people's words, don't get me wrong, Levelhead and John, they do that, and it's fucked up. But at the same time, these companies like Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, they've got to be responsible for their own nostalgia and how they put themselves out there. Because right now, if somebody say that if somebody come on an article saying that Nintendo's online is better than Xbox Live, people gonna laugh at that fucking article, because Microsoft put such strength and such a powerful force behind their online that nobody could defer what they've done, and they took that by storm by themselves. So you always gotta represent. That's like somebody coming out with an article saying that HipHopGamer isn't enthusiastic about games. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't need.
I can defer that, but that's a whole nother topic.
You know what I'm saying? You can't.
I got another. Go ahead, John.
I can defer. Easy, plain as fucking day. I can defer it. I can go point for point on that Xbox Live versus Nintendo Online, point for point, and I guarantee you that at the end of the day, you will say that it's better.
It's free, motherfucker.
I say that what's better.
Did we lose you, John?
Yeah, hold on. I was trying to turn people in the street.
You fucking driving?
Yeah, man, you know, I keep it gangster.
Yes. Hey, Vinny.
Yo, Jordan's crazy.
Vinny, you got Mike?
Yo, Vinny, what's good, Pimpin'?
I think I got a mic. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, please speak.
You good.
All right, I think a lot of people, they fear to understand that a lot of developers don't like to deal with Nintendo because Nintendo has a lot of tools that they don't like to share with third-party developers.
Right.
I won't say where I worked at, but when you can't get first passes with a first-party developer, it sucks because after your first submission, you know, that's free. Your second submission, depending on how well your relationship with that first-party developer, it may be free, but it goes to 10,000, and it goes to 50,000. With Nintendo, you fail because they don't provide those type of tools that they use in order to pass your title for submission or certification. It's a known issue. Nintendo has never rectified it. People don't know it because they're not in the game industry. Guys, there's a lot that gamers don't know with Nintendo, and it's because that they are lost in touch with Western developers and how things should be operated. I don't think you guys should basically blame NeoGAF or journalists or anything like that. If anything, why don't you blame Nintendo for not marketing their system as they should be? I mean, they're allowing gamers to do it automatically, N4G or NeoGAF or IGN. They're not saying anything about it. Why can't you blame Nintendo for their mishaps? I mean, they put out that one commercial which did nothing. It doesn't do anything at all. I mean, I would love to buy a Wii U. Do we have an F-Zero? No. We have another Mario. We don't have another Metroid. We have a so-called another tech demo of Zelda. Do we know if it's even going to look like that? No, we don't know that. I mean, Hip Hop played it, and you know, all the time I don't agree with Hip Hop, but he's on the money. We buy 1080p TVs because we want our shit to look like 1080. We want content to look good. You don't spend $2,000 for shit to come out in 480p. I'm sorry. That's just real rap. Right? We all spent the money to get Blu-ray quality. Right? So why is it a problem? Just like I watch a lot of LeveledHeadGamer's videos. He talks about, well, what did we see at the Sony conference? Because it looks good. But yet when you see Xenoblade X at the Nintendo Direct, now the graphics are like so detailed and there's tessellation everywhere, but when Sony does the same thing and the graphics look great, now we can't believe it because it just looks too good. It's like
no, you took that out of perspective.
So wait. So what do you mean? What did we see? There's 8 gigs. They're not gonna remove that. It's marketed, bro.
I can tell you right now. The fact that Sony has done this shit before.
Right, that's what I was saying.
They show tech demos, and you don't see that shit to the end of the console cycle.
That's all I was saying with that. You trying to make it seem like I was saying
I'm still waiting for my Doc Ock floating head game.
They showed the first time they did that with the PS3, they showed that Killzone video. Come to find out it was all CGI. That's what I was saying. Before I can jump on ship and say, oh, let's go PS4, I want to see it and hold it in my hand. That's all I was saying.
Well,
and I agree with that. I agree with that.
Real. Like, that was real. So
I'm not saying
I agree with that. No, wait,
real.
Levelhead. I find what you're saying right now is not fair because when someone called you out on your video and said on the Jimmy Fallon show that was real gameplay footage, you still went on and made another video and said, what did we really see? That's not fair. You're being biased.
I came back
it was proven.
Right. You're right. And I went and I watched it and I came back and I said I was wrong on that. I did say that. I'm not ashamed to say I was wrong on something. But Sony, like old dude said, I don't know who said it, Sony is known for showing you a lot of stuff that ends up not being true.
It's okay
That's
to
all
say
I'm saying.
lie.
Every company has done that before. I mean, come on, right?
Apple doesn't do it.
Sony says you say every company does that. Sony comes out and says that they're going to have 8 gigs, but the stuff they're showing is 2 gigs.
All games, 1080p, 60
right,
frames.
all this, but it's all smoke. And to me, with Sony, it's all smoke and mirrors until I actually see tangible evidence that I can hold it and I can play it. Then I will believe Sony. because history proves that Sony lies a lot. That's all I was saying with that.
Put on that rain gear.
And I totally agree. Sony does make a lot of promises.
Sony has made a lot of promises that they didn't keep, but then they also made a lot of promises that they did keep. And to be honest with you, if you look at the industry now and the way it's moved forward, Sony was a spark plug of all of that. So, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
what?
I said, if you look at the industry and the way it's moving to now, Sony was a spark plug.
What do you mean by Sony was a spark plug?
Because Sony was the company that, when they put DVD in the PS2 and they brought that multimedia aspect to the game industry, then games wasn't looked at as, oh, it's just a game, let me get it for a kid. Now it's like, oh shit, they play DVDs? Everybody started jumping on it then. You know what I'm saying? It created a new nostalgia, and it created like a whole new movement in the game industry, so people could see that the entertainment boxes that are gaming boxes aren't just for gaming anymore, and everybody can get a part of it. So if you come in as a person that just wants a DVD player and don't care about games, that's fine. Either way, you buying into the actual brand of Sony, and that particular
My
format.
first DVD player was a Pioneer.
You know what?
A set top box.
It
was one of the first ones released.
Doing your Tourette. All right, okay. Nah, but that's what I'm saying. So it's like, overall, I understand that, Sony didn't deliver on this, but it's like, that's like saying, okay, Microsoft came out and, they had a horrible fail rate with a lot of their systems. I went through 3 of them myself. I still got Xboxes. I love games, but every system has its flaws and problems. What I don't like is when people point out one system and their flaws, as if other systems don't have problems or either.
But that isn't a flaw of the system. That's a flaw with Sony. If Sony comes out and lies about something, that's not a flaw in the system. That's a flaw with Sony as a company.
Well, yeah, that's a flaw with them saying that they can do something that they can't do. You know what I'm saying? If you can't do it, then don't say you can do it. You know what I mean? I understand all that. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But then Microsoft will come out and say, we have the best this or we have the best that, and a lot of times they don't have the best stuff because they don't have the best. It is lying. If you say you have the best, if you say you have the best hardware and your hardware fails a lot, you're lying. But you don't have the best hardware.
They weren't saying they have the best hardware in terms of failure rate. They were saying they must have the best gaming hardware. And then if you look at third-party games on the 360 running faster, well, that's not really a lie now, is it?
No, that part isn't a lie, but I'm talking about the fact that they had a lot of fail, like they was the highest fail rate system. You can't come out there and say you're the best at something when your something don't even work a lot. But you know what I'm saying?
They didn't know that though. That's something that wasn't there. Sony knows the Sony knows the difference when they're saying our system's going to run 1080p 60 frames a second.
Yeah, and
not even next gen is running 1080p 60 frames a second. If you look at some of the reports.
Yeah, I know, but that's more of a choice that they took.
Yeah, it's a choice. I know.
It's a choice. It's not that they can't. It's more of a choice. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing too. Like even with PS3 games, like when they said that all games could run at 1080p and 60 frames per second, like they probably could have, but the game probably would have been as good as they had wanted it to be in terms of the way the developer's vision was for it. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like the system can't handle it, because there is games that handle it that Sony showed and proved. Sony came out with Gran Turismo and proved that you can have 1080p 60 frames per second
games. That's not 1080p.
Don't say it. Gran Turismo is a 1080p game, son.
No, it's not.
Okay, well, it's 1080p
You can go look it up. It's not a native 1080p game.
1440 or something.
Something weird, yeah.
It's not 1920. Isn't it 1440? I forget what it is.
I thought it was like 1200 or 1400.
It's that other HD resolution. Yeah, something crazy. Yeah, there you go.
UAV online.
Proton cannon!
You gonna put work in or be a punk ass bitch?
There's no right part in murder. Not ever. And we're not in this to make a name for ourselves.
Then what are you and Otacon fighting for?
A future. You can stop being part of a mistake. Starting now.